Today, I'm going to introduce you to what I call a safe, resourced, and connected resilience building tool or meditation. And this will be grounded in a mindfulness of body, mindfulness of breathing practice as well. But before I do that, I want to add a little context. Kind of the how and why. Why would you want to do such a thing? Now, this video will only be 15 minutes long or shorter because I know we're all very busy, so I want to let you know what you're getting into. And I hope you'll be generous enough to offer 15 minutes of your time here to explore some tools that might be really, really useful to you in your personal and professional life. Okay? Then, towards the end of this video, I'm also going to offer another kind of bonus practice called straw breathing, which I'll do very short, but will introduce you, get you started on really putting you in charge of your own physiology and getting in a leadership position with yourself. Okay, so that's kind of what this video is about. It's about becoming more resilient, developing a more positive outlook, and then really being more in charge of our own physiology so we can self-regulate and have ourselves be in the optimal physiological and emotional state, mental state, and so forth to face the challenges of our life on a daily basis, at home and at work. Okay? All right. So why resilience building and why safe, resourced, and connected? Well, I want to say just a little something about a phenomena that two researchers at the University of Pennsylvania identified called the negativity bias. The negativity bias. This means that our brain is set up in evolutionary terms to pay more attention to negativity, to danger, to threats, to discomfort than anything else. Now, if you think about it, it makes sense, right? What's job one for any species? Survival, right? So then what would our brain want to pay most attention to? Threats, of course. So if you can think, back or reflect back to maybe living out on the savannah when we didn't have the protection of our cars and our homes, and let's say, we were kind of trotting down the trail and suddenly we heard a rustle in the bushes and out jumps a saber-toothed tiger. Well, somehow we lived to tell the story. Maybe the saber-toothed tiger was an old one or had just had a bad day or was a little bit nearsighted, but somehow we survived to tell the story. So what does our brain want to remember about that incident? Well, I think it's that rustle in the bushes potentially equals saber-toothed tiger. So next time I hear that rustle in the bushes, I'm not going to wait around to find out what it is. I'm just going to jump and get out of the way so I can save myself from the saber-toothed tiger, right? So quite naturally, our brain is set up to pay more attention to danger and threats. Now, from modern brain science, we know that when there's any novelty, something unfamiliar, discomfort, let alone real threat or danger, then the limbic system, the memory faculty in our limbic system, the mid part of our brain, lights up and remembers things with great vividness, detail, and clarity, and it goes right into long-term memory. Now, what do you think happens when I'm kicked back in the hammock on a nice, warm, sunny day, and I don't have a care in the world, and things appear to be going my way for 5 or 10 minutes at least, and what do you think the brain's doing then? Well, it's kind of on vacation, right? We know that the memory faculty dampens down. We don't remember things with anywhere near the clarity, vividness, or detail. And most importantly, it does not even go into long-term memory unless we hold it in short-term memory, kind of dwell on it for, the science says, 12 to 20 seconds, right? 12 to 20 seconds. So this is the negativity bias. My friend and colleague Rick Hansen says this in a beautiful way. He says that our brain is set up to act like Velcro for negativity and like Teflon for positivity. I think that really tells the whole story. Okay, and that's why Dr. Hansen also talks about we need to savor the good. Like when we're having good positive experiences, to really savor them. Like a nice cup of tea, that we're kind of savoring that, because then we're holding it into short-term memory long enough for it actually to go into long-term memory. Okay, so that's what this exercise, safe, resource, and connected, is based on. It's also connected to 3 parts of our brain from a somewhat simplistic but still helpful depiction of the brain called the triune brain theory by Paul MacLean, where we have the reptilian brain, which is all about survival, fight or flight. We have the midbrain that's about lots of things, including memory and language, but also about approaching getting our needs met. And then we have the forebrain, the neocortex, which is why we're such advanced mammals, where we have all of our higher cognitive abilities, but it's also where our capacity for maintaining complex social interactions lies. In other words, being part of families and teams and communities and so forth. So these are three areas in our life where we can become very challenged, right? Feel isolated or alone, or be afraid that we can't get our needs met, or start to actually feel physically or emotionally threatened. And this produces a lot of fear, stress, and anxiety. And because of the negativity bias, those experiences have dominated our neurobiology since we were born. So guess what's there and guess what we're prone to? Exactly. When you turn on the 6 o'clock news, what do you see? What's the most dominant form of entertainment today? Reality TV. It's all drama. What do we tend to talk about over the backyard fence or over the water cooler at work, right? So that explains a lot, that our brain is really set up to focus on the negative. And if we just let our brain go over wherever it wants all day long, which we tend to do, it's going to veer towards anxiety and fear and worry, towards the negative. So this exercise is designed to balance that out a little bit. I want to stay on track on time here so I don't go over 15 minutes and keep you on your schedule. Okay. All right. You ready to give it a try? All right. Well, we're going to slow down now a little bit. So I would encourage you to just find, a comfortable seating arrangement in a chair, or if you have a meditation cushion, it's not necessary, but if you have one, that's great, or seated on your couch, or even kick back in your, lounge or Barca-lounger or something like that, your recliner, right? Sometimes people find it helpful to sit up straight to do these kind of practices, but you can relax and kick back if you like to as well, all right? So to begin with, I would invite you to just begin to bring your attention to your body and your breathing. Just feeling the body and feeling the breath. Right? We kind of gather our attention. Our attention tends to get very dispersed and we get very distracted. So we're gathering all the strands of our attention and just bringing it here to the body and to the breathing. And what we mean by that is actually feeling all of the actual physical sensations, the tactile physical sensations that make up the experience we call body and the experience we call breath. So there are all kinds of physical sensations, the sensation of touch, all across the surface of our skin from head to toe, which is one big sensory organ. Then, of course, we have all the internal sensations within the body. Sensations of relaxation or tension, of aliveness or numbness perhaps, any aches or pains or areas of discomfort, or just the overall aliveness within the body. Now, of course, as you make a gentle effort to pay attention to and to feel the body and feel the flow of the breath, the mind tends to wander. That's just what our minds do. So if you notice your mind has gotten distracted or wandered off somewhere, just gently bring it back. And if it wanders off again, we just gently bring it back again. That's your basic mindfulness of body, mindfulness of breathing practice. As we slow down, we may be able to feel the heartbeat or the pulse. So feeling the body inside and out from head to toe, and feeling that sensate flow we call the breath. The air moving across the nostrils or parted lips, the rib cage expanding and contracting, the diaphragm muscle contracting and relaxing, the belly rising and falling. The whole flow of sensate experience, kind of like waves lapping at the seashore. It's very relaxing to tune into the breath, actually. And we just let the breath be as it is. Okay? So just doing our best with this mindfulness of body, mindfulness of breathing, which is just being right here, right now, with a deeply felt presence of the body and breath. We'll begin the safe, resourced, and connected exercise. So if you would bring to mind right now the fact that you're actually relatively safe in the moment. And of course, I hope you're doing this somewhere where you can feel safe, at home or at work. And just take in this quality and allow yourself to feel a moment of being safe and okay. So right here, right now, I'm safe, at least relatively safe. Right here, right now, I'm safe. I'm actually safe. I'm actually okay. Because of our programming, we walk around through life with the reptilian brain having a conversation about, I'm not safe, or even I'm going to die, right? So here we're kind of beginning to program in a little different message, just balancing it out. Right here, right now, I'm safe, I'm okay. So just keep repeating something like that to yourself so you actually begin to feel safe. And we're breathing this into our nervous system, our brain, our body, down to the very marrow of our bones. Right here, right now, I'm safe. Right here, right now, I'm safe. You may want to close your eyes to learn this so you can sort of focus and concentrate, but once you learn it, you'll be able to do it anytime, anywhere. Eyes open or eyes closed. Right here, right now, I'm safe. I'm okay. Right here, right now, I'm safe. I'm okay. Okay, the second stage, building on the first, is that right here, right now, I'm resourced. My basic needs are met. Food, warmth, shelter, facilities, water. I have what I need, at least in a moment. Now, of course, reflecting on safety or resource may bring up memories of not feeling safe or not feeling resourced, and you can just let those memories or experiences come and go, and just keep bringing your mind back to the fact that at least right here, right now, for this moment, I am safe and I am resourced. So just keep repeating to yourself, right here, right now, I'm resourced. My basic needs are met. Whatever kind of statement works for you to really sort of evoke in yourself this experience of feeling resourced, feeling safe and feeling resourced. So you're breathing this into your mind and body. Right here, right now, I'm safe, which is asking the reptilian brain to relax a little bit. Right here, right now, I'm resourced, which is asking the midbrain to relax a little bit. Right here, right now, I'm resourced, safe and resourced. Okay, then the third and final stage is that right here, right now, I'm connected. I'm connected to other human beings. I have people in my life. Bring the mind right into your mind's eye and feel their presence, your loved ones, your close family members, your close friends, perhaps some close work colleagues or team members, and feel that sense of being connected to other human beings, right? People that have your back, you have their back. We're all part of an interdependent web of caring human relationships. Now, our relationships are not perfect, and we may not have all the relationships we want all the time. We may have some we're not so wild about, but we are connected to other human beings, right? So just take that in. Right here, right now, I'm connected. Feel that quality of being connected, which is the opposite of feeling isolated or alienated or alone, right? So breathe that quality in. Right here, right now, I'm connected. Right here, right now, I'm connected to other human beings. Right here, right now, I'm connected. Safe, resourced, and connected. Safe, resourced, and connected. All right, let's finish off this exercise then with 3 long, deep breaths. Safe, resourced, and connected. Safe, resourced, and connected. Safe, resourced, and connected. Okay, thank you. How did that feel? I would imagine it feels pretty good. It always does when I do it, and everyone else I have taught this to reports that it feels incredibly good when we do it. And so that's the wonderful thing, that we get an immediate result when we do it. And then the really wonderful thing that is over time, we will actually be restructuring literally, physically restructuring our brain, our neurobiology, to have a more positive default outlook, which doesn't mean we're going to become naive or not have all the brain's capacity to recognize threats and danger, but it just means we won't be operating all the time as if we're constantly under threat, which is obviously not helpful to us and really not the case, okay? Safe, resourced, and connected. Okay, with the last couple minutes here, I think I have, I've got just 30 seconds. So, breathing in through the nose, out through pursed lips. We call this straw breathing. In through the nose, out through pursed lips. In through the nose, out through pursed lips. So that's the breathing pattern, in through the nose, out through pursed lips. And then we use counting in 1, 2, 3, 4, out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To extend the out breath longer than the in-breath. So that's the idea. Breathing in through the nose, out through pursed lips. Out-breath 3 or 4 beats longer than the in-breath. This will directly engage the relaxation response and begin to down-regulate you whenever you find yourself too upregulated or too stressed out, which puts you back in charge of your own physiology, allows you to be in a leadership position with yourself instead of just being pushed around by the world around us. Okay? Give these tools a try. I hope you experience a lot of benefit with them, and we'll see you next time.